Dori, thanks for taking a few moments and sharing your story with us. You're facing some pretty serious health challenges. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, in early September, I got diagnosed with a late stage 4 ovarian cancer.
And so what does that mean as far as what you have to go through or have been going through?
Well, I actually, for the past 6 months, I guess it's been, went through 6 rounds of chemo. So I did 3, and then they had to do a debulking surgery where they had to remove basically my ovaries and tubes, my spleen, my appendix, my omentum, and completely just scrape the peritoneal because it had spread all through the peritoneal and into 2 of the lymph nodes in my chest near my heart and above my diaphragm. So basically they had to go in and just do a complete repair of tumor removal and all the cancer that had been killed by the first 3 rounds of chemo. And then I did 3 more, and I just finished last Monday.
Well, and I happen to know because you're very close friends with Jeff Hayes, my partner in Revealed Films, and I've gotten to know you through this. It had to be somewhat of a shock because you're about as healthy a specimen as there was otherwise, right? Your fitness, your diet. I mean, you coached on this stuff.
I did. For 30 years, I was in the fitness industry, and I was in very good condition before all this started, yeah.
So the thing that I'm especially interested in, at least in this conversation, to share, which was a bit of an awakening for you, is the relationship between your health, maybe facing health challenges, and your financial circumstances. What have you found based on your financial circumstances relative to trying to meet this challenge?
Where money becomes more of an issue in a situation like this is it gives you more opportunities. So my only option really was traditional medicine, and I'm not knocking traditional medicine. It has saved my life. And I think as late stage as mine was, it was probably the correct direction to go. And yet there's so many other different approaches that I would have liked to incorporate along the way as well. I tried to incorporate as many as I could with what I could afford, but it would have been great to be able to do something like a clinic where I could do juicing and supervised fasting and some of these other options that you have, as well as just having the ability to pay for the things that would have made this a lot more comfortable.
So in essence, if you had it to do over again and you're looking at working and either savings, investings, what have you, would you have saved for this rainy day, so to speak, or put away funds to make sure that should you ever face a health challenge that you want to have resources there available to expand your options and maybe improve the experience you're having during it?
Well, certainly. The thing is, I don't think you ever planned to get something like this. Certainly not me. How would I ever think that this was in my future based on the lifestyle that I have had my whole life? This certainly wouldn't have been something I ever would have thought of. And that being said, I think we can't discount the fact that we don't know what our futures are. And especially women, I think in general, we tend to think, at least my generation tends to think that we're going to be taken care of. That's not always going to happen. So we do need to become educated, and we do need to be smarter in our investments and putting money away, or at least finding a way of having a disposable income at some point where we can afford things like this or anything else, actually.
So probably safe to say that in reality, because people would say, well, my health is my wealth. That's the most important thing. But having no wealth when you're trying to be healthy can put you at risk.
It can put you so at risk. This completely changed my life plan. Completely. What you said about your health is your wealth. It's not if you don't have the wealth to go with it.
Dori, I know maybe sometimes this isn't easy to share something like this publicly, so thank you so much for being brave enough to do that.
Thank you so much for talking to me.